Are you someone who wants to develop a reading habit? You could even be someone who's trying to improve your reading skills. Or are you someone who has stacks of books piled up in your shelf but you never got the opportunity to open it? Then this video is exclusively for you. Hi, this is Shrikala and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking into some very simple, practical tips and techniques to read better. If practiced well, these tips and techniques can help you get much out of what you read and also double your reading speed. So let's get started. Now, when we say to read better, there are certain areas that we need to improve. First, we have to improve our comprehension. Second is our retention skills. And third is where we have to improve our reading speed. Now let's check what comprehension is. Comprehension, in simple words, is how much you are able to understand when you are reading something. That is, the amount of meaning that you are able to extract from the text the author is trying to convey. There are several ways to improve comprehension. Let's look at some of the easy ones. Skimming. Skimming is sifting through the table of contents, chapters, introduction and conclusion of each chapter, or simply checking whether this book contains the information that you want to learn or read. This is like going through the menu list before we order our food. Highlighting. Once you get familiar with the important chapters, contents, introductions and conclusions, the next step is to underline or highlight the important headings, subheadings, words or even ideas that catches your attention. This way your comprehension gets deeper as you've already highlighted or curated the main points, and the next time when you actually open the book to read, you will feel more confident. Speed variation. One of the important aspects of reading is to never read the pages at the same speed. It is similar to that of driving a car. At some points we need to increase our speed and certain points we need to slow down a bit. That means speed up at points where you are familiar, slow down and take notes for the rest. This is an important tip to improve your comprehension. Now the next step is retention. Let me share a very common issue. You complete reading a book and then soon after a day or two, boom, the information just vanishes. This is because of retention issue. Retention is your ability to recall things or remember what you read. One of the best way to improve retention is to take notes. This helps in repetition, and repetition is very important for long-term memory. For example, after you finish reading a paragraph, start taking notes immediately. Write down some important words, phrases or ideas in that paragraph that you find interesting. The next step is to recite it to yourself in your own words. You can even share that with someone after you finish reading. This helps in creating your own version of the content and storing it in your brain for a longer time. Another important method to improve your retention is to involve all your senses. That is, notice the visuals in the book, the smell in the room, sounds in the surroundings, etc. This is a wonderful way to boost your memory. Try to connect the book's contents with your own ideas and experiences. This way, you will be able to recall the contents of the book whenever you discuss or memorize those experiences. The universal excuse that we all make when we think of reading is, I don't have time. We all have the same 24 hours and we have our priorities. Imagine how wonderful it would be if you are able to read more in a small amount of time. To do that, we have to improve our reading speed. So let's see how we can increase our reading speed and enjoy the content as well. But before I give you some quick tips to read faster, it's important to assess your current reading speed. So here's a small exercise to figure out your current reading speed. To measure your reading speed, you simply need to read for 1 minute and count how many words you were able to read in that 1 minute. This is your words per minute. For example, if you could finish reading 2 paragraphs with 190 words, then your reading speed is 190 words per minute. While doing this, please remember to read at a speed you're comfortable with and don't go too fast or too slow. Read in such a manner that your comprehension is not affected. Do you know what is stopping you from reading faster? Eye fixation or reading word by word. Reading word by word can make it difficult to get the complete meaning of a sentence in one reading. The truth is, you don't have to fixate your eyes on each and every word in a sentence because our brain is much capable of reading group of words. Let me make it more clear for you. When we see a roadside billboard, we read words in groups without even realizing it. When we read the Indian Express, we don't read it word by word since our eyes makes only one fixation on the Indian Express, but when the same is written in a sentence of a paragraph, most of us would fixate on every word. So how do we overcome fixation? Now think that each of the line has 3 parts: the beginning, the middle and the end. Consider these 3 areas as fixation points. Our goal is to read 3 to 4 words in one fixation. Now here is an intriguing part about reading. Our eyes can look onto different letters at the same time, usually 2 characters apart. Your brain then fuses these images together to form a word, filling in the blanks. Let's check how many of you can read this. I'm sure many of you could read it. Researchers aren't entirely sure, but they think part of the reason the sentence is readable is because of our brain's ability to make use of context to make predictions about what's to come. Though you probably didn't read every word correctly, your brain deciphered each word in the example. It also predicted which words would logically come next to form a coherent sentence. Interesting, isn't it? You can use your fingers, pencil or backside of your pen as your guide. The more you speed up your finger, the quicker you will be able to read. This way you also avoid unnecessary rereading. Initially, you may find this to be odd, but as you continue, you'll find this to be easy. Research has also proven that your reading speed increases from 20 to 30% by this simple practice. So here's a small exercise that you can practice to increase your reading speed. All you have to do is to read a few pages of any book of your choice for 10 minutes. Check how many pages or words per minute were you able to complete in that 10 minutes. Then try reading the same number of words per minute or pages in 5 minutes. Repeat the process. Practice, 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 and I'm sure this will help you increase your reading speed. So we all know that reading has so many benefits, and we are also aware of the areas that we need to improve to get better at it. I'm sure these tips and techniques would help you all to read better and faster if practiced well. Hope you all enjoyed and found this helpful. Happy reading! Thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, please share and subscribe to Wits and Wisdom.